Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to see about water movement from the root system to the aerial parts of the plant, that is considered as the ascent of sap. When the root system absorbs water from the soil by root hairs, the water enters into the xylem vascular tissue. It is a water vascular tissue. It's a water conducting vascular tissue. From the xylem, the root system will send water to the aerial parts of the plant. How it will send, how the transport of water takes place from root to the shoot system, which energy is needed, which energy is helpful in order to send water from aerial to the aerial parts of the plant, that we are going to see. First one, root pressure. See, water and also ions are actively transported into the vascular tissue from the soil. The roots will absorb water as well as ions from the soil by actively transported system. The root system will send water and minerals to the vascular tissues of the root. Water follows its potential gradient and increases the pressure inside the xylem. See, as soon as the water enters into the xylem, there is a pressure created. This positive pressure is called root pressure, and that can be responsible for pushing up water to small heights in the stem. Then another question arises, how can we see that root pressure exists? Choose a small soft stemmed plant and plenty of atmospheric moisture there is plenty of, choose a small soft stemmed plant in the plenty of atmospheric moisture. Cut the xylem horizontally near the base with a sharp blade early in the morning, and you can see drops of solution oozes out of the cut stem. This comes out due to the positive root pressure. If we fix a rubber tube to the cut stem as a sleeve, you can actually measure the rate of exudation and also determine the composition of the exudates. The effects of root pressure is also observable at the night and early morning. So root pressure can be recorded, can be measured during the night and also early morning when evaporation is low. And excess water collects in the form of droplets around the special openings of the veins near the tip of grass blade and leaves of many herbaceous plants. Such water loss in its liquid phase, in the liquid condition, is known as guttation. When the excess amount of water is evaporated through the stomata of the leaves, that is called transpiration. When the excess amount of water is lost at the tip of grass leaves and also some of the herbaceous plants in the liquid form, that is called guttation. Guttation takes place by water stomata situated at the tip or on the margin, along the margin of the leaves, that is taking place. But transpiration, it is an invisible process. It is taking place through the stomata of the leaf surface. Stomata will evaporate excess amount of water to the atmosphere that is taking place by normal stomata. But guttation takes place through the water stomata. The water stomata is technically called hydrothode. Hydrothode is a water stomata through which guttation takes place when the excess amount of water is lost in the form of liquid, that is called guttation. So root pressure provide modest push in the overall process of water transport. Do not play a major role in water movement up in tall trees. The tall trees, it is not possible. Root pressure will not work out to push the water to the greatest height. 100 meter, 150 meters, it is not possible. The gradual contribution of root pressure may be re-established in the form of a continuous chain of water molecules in the xylem, which often break under the enormous tension created by transpiration. Root pressure does not account for the majority of the water transport. In most plants, it is needed by the water transport is mainly takes place by transpiratory pull. What is transpiratory pull? During the evaporation of water, during the transpiration of water, a pressure is created that is called suction pressure in the mesophil tissue of the leaf, which will uplift the water column from the aerial pores and also from the root. That is called transpiration pull. There is a pull, there is a force, there is a suction pressure created in the mesophil tissue of the leaf that will uplift the water column from root system to the aerial pores. That is the transpiratory pull. The absence of a heart or circulatory system in plants, the flow of water upward through the xylem in plants can achieve fairly high rates. Transpiration pull is responsible to move the water up to 15 meters per hour. How this movement accomplished? A long-standing question is whether water is pushed or pulled through the plant. That is a question. Most of the scientists consider that water is mainly pulled through the plant, and that the driving force for this process is transpiration from the leaves. This is referred to as the cohesion, tension, transpiration, pull model of water transport. What actually generates the transpiration pull? Water is evaporated in plants. Less than 1% of the water reaches the leaves is used in photosynthesis and plant growth, but most of it is lost through the stomata in the leaves. This water loss is known as transpiration. So, transpiration is a very important physiological process which will regulate the water movement in plants. When transpiration takes place, transpiration pull is created in the mesophil tissue of the leaf that will absorb water, that will suck water from lower part of the plant. So you have to remember, transpiration pull is very essential. Transpiration pull is created only by means of transpiration. So that's all today's topic.